Right then. Hello, hello. How are we all? Let's turn that down a little bit more. Right then. Good evening. Good evening, good evening. How are we all? Welcome back to some Crying Suns. The suns are crying because got to fill up my water bottle. You have to do that in a minute. Yeah, so how are we doing, chat? Are we in good nick? Are we in good form? Good to see you all from this morning. Yeah, we're going to be chilling out with a little bit of Crying Suns this evening. Not too much going on. Yeah, should make for a decent session. In the last one, I can't remember where exactly we got to. It was like, I think we just completed a boss, had we? I genuinely can't remember. I don't know whether we completed the sector boss. Like, I'm sure there's like some archbishop or something that we were meant to be talking to, some priest. Because we're in the church sector, as best as I remember. And there's some sort of deity, demigod type person that we need to talk to. But unfortunately, we have not found him at the minute, which is a bit of a faff. Hello there, Muta. Hey, Quebec. Never caught one of these before. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm sorry for your loss. Hello, Ricey. Good to see you, mate. McPherson, I'm in a meat and cheese coma. Oh, the best kind of coma. What if the suns were happy? Happy suns. I don't know. It'd be really hot, I think. So speaking as a physicist, I thought that was a hot sun. So yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good time so far. I've not really done much this afternoon, to be honest. It kind of just raced by. I did a tiny bit of dicking around on Star Citizen. Managed to lose 800k. I know. And then I went and watched the last hour of the extended edition of Lord of the Rings, the first one, which was interesting. How did I lose 800k? Another quality 300, or what is it? What are they called? 30k bugs? Yeah, so what happened was I was doing some homework, and apparently one of the most profitable runs you can do on Star Citizen is a medical supplies run to Lawville from I think Stanton, one of Microtech's moons. It nets you about 120k in profit for the run, but the problem is medical supplies are very expensive. There's a large buy-in, but there's a large payout. The problem came from that I landed at the outpost on Calliope, and as I bought the stuff and went back to my Caterpillar, I got 300k'd. And there's basically 800k's worth of medical supplies stored in a Caterpillar on a landing pad on Calliope, but there's no way to spawn the ship there, because outposts don't have screens to spawn ships, which is a bit of a faff. But what can you do? What does 300k... Sorry, a 30k error, not 300k. 30k is a networking error that has kind of beset CIG servers for the last couple of patches. Patch 3.9 had it pretty bad as well. Error 3000012 is the error. Jenny just said that you were wearing nothing but underpants and a shirt. How much of this is true? 100... Well, actually, 80%. I was wearing socks as well. There it is. For fuck's sake, Q. I know, it can't be helped, though. It can't be helped. 300k means 300,000. I know, Tordy. Big math, cube thonk. That's it. Jesus, what a hell of a way to lose money. Not even a bug, just bad design. Yeah, it's a bit of a faff. The Crying Suns, that's it. So I suppose we're going to jump on there. Yeah, I've been watching the extended edition of Lord of the Rings. It's taken me a few days to actually finish, because the extended edition of the Fellowship of the Ring, the first one, is like a 4-hour film. It's like 3 hours and 40 minutes. And the problem is that, like, because I've been at work, I've had very little time to actually sit down and watch these. Getting back at 8 o'clock, streaming at 8:30, and then it's fucking basically going to bed at 11 means that I have like 2 half-hour sessions to try and chip away at Lord of the Rings there. So it's been a little bit against the clock. Lord of the Rings should have an 18+ patch. But maybe not. The Game of Thrones edition, I guess. Okay, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to jump on into Crying Suns here. I'm going to place a plea into the air, a call for help in the water bottle refilling service. Time will tell. We may hear stompy stomp just yet. Is there a stompy stomp? Is the sound of stomping footsteps coming to... No? Big sad. Anyway, naked Gollum, that's me. Did the same thing a week ago. Thought I made it to, into one 10 plus hour session. What a blast it was. That's it. While Jaina appears, that's the one. Right, let me just load up the game here. Mr. Crying Sons here. What I'm also trying to do, I do want to really do some Barotrauma as well, but like, it's difficult to find a crew. Like, because it's hard enough getting, like, to organise people, right? Because Crying Sons, Barotrauma is one of these games where, like, you need, like, probably anywhere between 4 and 6 people for an okay size crew, 4 and 7 people. But it's difficult to get that many together for, like, regular sessions because, like, everybody, you know, you've got to herd 7 people, and if one person's not there, then it's like, oh, you can't really swap them out because of character progression. Be like getting somebody to stand in for Divinity characters. It wouldn't be the same. Right, let me find the Crying Sons capture window here. There's somewhere in here. I do think. I do. This one? No. I'm sure I had a Crying Sons capture. Where is it? Oh, I'm so bad for capture windows. Is it this one? It's got to be this one, right? No, that's that one. Okay, we'll steal this one. This will be my new Crying Sons. This is the police. There it is. Right then. So, let us crack on then. So, Chapter 2 we're currently on. Chapter 2, Feeble Flesh. I don't know if there's only 3 chapters. I don't know whether the game's longer than that. I have no clue. Chapter 3 could be the last one. Hi there. Happy? Okay.
I just had it on like a 4th screen.
That's it. What's Barotrauma even about, Toby? It's like a cool co-op game where like you play a colony, sort of like a steampunk, grungy, dystopian future colony that's had to colonize one of the moons of Jupiter, Europa. And by having lots of water on it, there are these underground chasms on Europa that are basically filled with monsters and all kinds of heinous shit. And you've got to, like, man submarines that go between the different human colonies that are there by going into these caves. It's very good. Yeah, co-op in the loosest sense of the word. Thank you very much there to Shranslantic there for the 9 months. Thank you very much. 9 times whoop whoop, and that's it. Good to have you in, sir. So, let us continue our run here. Sector 3 of 3 in Chapter 2, Fallible Flesh. So we're on our way to fighting the final boss for this sector, which is nice. The entrance system. Let us click continue. There you go, you can see the fold net there, the wormhole system that travels just between dimensions. Right. So here we are in the 3rd sector. Okay? We're here having just completed or just killed the enemy boss for this area. Or rather, no, not the enemy boss, the second mini-boss. So basically each sector, or each chapter, has 3 sectors in it. Oh, Saru, hello! Raise your funks, everyone. Funk, that's it. Hello, Saru, how are you? I was told firsthand that you were driving trains badly. Cannot confirm or deny. Sounds interesting. I still don't trust you after BL2. Never forget, never forgive. Big Kappa. That's the one. Someone say Barotrauma. That's it, sir. Let's play Barotrauma, sir. It'd be great. It'd be big keck. Children of the Honk Mother. Nice. Right. So, here we are. I'm kind of like trying to like piece together this in my head as best as I can remember it. So we're at the star. This star is literally called the fuck. What the fuck? That's literally the name of this star. Yeah. So basically, we're in a sector that is controlled by like these people that worship like the Omnis or something like that. It's really difficult to explain. But these creatures here are like Omni creatures, and they are like basically considered as deities or gods. How can I help you? Jesus Christ. Entertain the lovely people. I'm going for a wee.
Okay, hi. Hi, chat. How are you all doing? I'll leave your headphones here, dear. Get clotheslined by them. Hello. How are you all doing? I was just heating up the oven so that I could have a pasty. I've been wrangled into paying you. Wonderful. Please don't riot, Damon. It would make me sad. I do stream dark-haired Irish? I do. I do artsy things on my stream. I am surviving the heat fairly well. There was a bit of a melty day earlier in this week, but... No, you, Twardy. What is this game? Space. Hi, Saru. How are you doing today? I very much appreciated the chew that I received earlier. It was beautiful. Oh. Sir Potty's a lot has returned.
Sir Potty's a lot. Sir Potty's a lot hailing from the continent. Lovely. Hello, chat. Back again. Just got to reattach my mic filter. Oh, God. It's going terribly wrong. I think I've done it. No? Have I? Sorry for the clicking. Hang on. There we go. That's how I like it. Right. Guess who's back? That's me. It's it's Big Shady. Very Big Shady. ASMR snapping in my... ASMR is crunching of spine. Lovely. Okay, so I can't remember where I was with it explaining, but basically, these big bastard machines here, this alien, very Ridley Scott-inspired looking automaton, is basically a machine called an Omni. These Omnis were responsible in various forms for humanity's expansion into deep space and the stars. Unfortunately, a phenomenon about 20 years ago caused all of them to shut down, except one, who was basically off-grid. For whatever reason. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what happened to them by travelling through various sectors of space, trying to get answers as to what happened to the Omnis there. You'll pick it up as we go. So, having completed the mini-boss in the last sector, we are sitting high and mighty on 569 scrap. Let's have a look at the store here and see what we've got. So, we've got various fighters and things. These are all things that need to be repaired here. As you can see, a lot of them need to be fixed. We also have the opportunity to buy some commandos, which we don't really need to do, but also get some Neo-N. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy out the supply of Neo-N. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to spend do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm also going to take the opportunity to fix everything here. Absolutely everything. Okay? I am not taking the opportunity to fix everything there. I didn't realise there was a finite number of repairs. At least all of the stuff I've left behind is only Mark 1 stuff, so that's not too bad. So we've done as much as we can in that department. Now, our upgrades. Let's have a mooch here. We've got the max amount of fighter squadrons that we can deploy. Fighter squadrons quite an important part of combat. We'll come to that in a moment. We've also got maximum hardened hull. What I could do right now is I could reduce the amount of time it takes for squadrons to recover in dock, which I think is quite important. Is it really the last active Omni? Didn't it say there were more off the grid? Or were the others destroyed? Well, I suppose there could be others off the grid. I mean, the likelihood that... I mean, if Caliban can exist off the grid, why can't others exist off the grid? I mean, it's a fair question. I think the game alluded to that there were maybe other Omnis on Caliban responsible for the cloning that takes place there. That might have also been off-grid, but Caliban is the one that's come with us. Maybe the Caliban's the one that handles all the high-ranking military personnel. So yeah. What do the different subsystems do? So, there's hull, squadrons, and weapons. Hull, ship health bar. divided down into 4 segments at the moment due to upgrades. Every time a whole segment is destroyed, the next one goes down, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the ship is destroyed. You can put officers into these different stations to get different upgrades and benefits, like maybe passively increasing the amount of health, maybe making it so that they take less heat damage, etc, etc. Squadrons, obviously the amount of squadrons you can deploy in a battle. It's a very much a rock, paper, scissors type combat. You'll come to understand it when we get into some shooty. And then various weapons that can affect either enemy ships or enemy vessels or things like that. The different subsystems, fuel scavenging increases the amount of Neo-En we can harvest at stars, which is very important, hence why I've maxed that out. Navigation scanner and grounder stress signal efficiency aren't that important. I might just get 1 point in that, just to give me a little bit of forethought, but nothing too crucial. I think I'm also going to get a point in squadron dock recovery, because as our fighters take damage in the field, they obviously need to go back and be replenished. They need to heal. If a friendly fighter is destroyed, it becomes this half damage thing. This is called a patched unit. So if they get fully destroyed, they can be redeployed, but at a patched state. So basically, if I can pull my guys back to be repaired and replenished, and reduce the amount of time that it takes to do that, then basically my units are in action faster, which is, it's only a second difference between the two, but that can make a big difference. And I think that's really as much as I want to do at the moment. I could buy an additional hull point, but for the moment I think I'm going to save my money just for now, just in case we bump into a store or something ahead of time. So let's have a look at the star map then for this area. Let's take a look. So we are all the way over here. People who have watched me play FTL should be relatively familiar with how this works. This is very similar to the sector map or the in-system map from FTL, where you've got to move from left to right all the way to the exit before the rebel fleet, for the lack of a better term, the enemy fleet catches up. So you've got to go across the star map before the enemy catches you, which is nice. So, what we need to do is figure out what route we want to take to the final boss. We've got a couple of options, I think. Now, a little bit of information about each node moving forward would actually be quite helpful here. Let me close map. I'm going to get one more of these navigation scanners. In fact, I'm going to get both. Fully upgrade the navigation scanner. Now we should be able to see very far ahead of us. So down here in the bottom right at Nefact is a Omni Forge, which we could use to upgrade our fighters, which is quite important. It requires neoneutrinium, which is a bit of a faff, but we could live with that. But it is very much out of the way. So I'm not sure whether I'll go for that. Let's see then. Right. I'm very limited as to the route I can take through here, to be honest. There's not massive amounts of variation in between the top and bottom sector here. And there's not many encounters between us and the end. I guess it may be whenever people have watched the bullshittery episodes on YouTube. I guess so, Wolf. Right. Let's see then. Is neoneutrinium the 3 boxes? Yeah, so this one. That's neoneutrinium. That's our fuel source. It's a special element that was discovered. I don't know whether by the Omnis or Omnis or whether by the Emperor or whatever. But that's what that is. It's an incredibly sought after resource, as it's not refined anymore. There's only a finite amount of it left in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there. 2 McGreggles there. Hello, Q. Hope all is good. It's going very good, sir. Thank you. I'm just trying to think of the best way to get through this star map, right? So, in my mind, the best way to do it in terms of to hit the most nodes would be to go to a cheat, this 5 node, then go to Alpha Acellus down here, then go to Korab, or Sorab, then to Carnegia, and then to Horus Majoris, and then to the final boss. It would miss out the Forge, and I could make a tactical decision to change for the Omni Forge at the last second, but I think that would be the way that I'd probably want to go. Do the things that... do you have the things that chase you with every node? Yes. Like the rebels from FTL, basically the same thing. Ricey says, by the way, I didn't quite catch this, but what exactly is following you? That 2 incoming alert thing. As best as I can understand it, right, I've never actually encountered them, but as best as I understand, it is the people from the whichever sector that I'm in. So the first chapter was the Scrappers. This chapter is the Church. And I think it's ships from the Church attempting to look for me in these different nodes. So as long as I stay ahead of them, it's not too much of an issue. I think that's what it is. But truth be told, I don't know. So what I'm going to do then, my map through through this area is going to be a cheat. It's going to be to Acellus, then down here, and then I will make a last-minute decision based on how much Neo-N I have, whether I want to go down there to Nefact, or whether I want to go to Horus Majoris. So, without further ado, let's get started on our journey. The cheat. Off we go. Lovely stuff. Right then, a civilian ship. Let's have a look. Looking for good tech, I got all kinds of good tech, all legally procured, of course. And what are the chances that it actually works? Good. Real good. 75% good. Right, so what I could do is I could try and pay for some various upgrades here. I've got a lot of scrap, so I might as well chance this. So what do we think about grabbing something? The navigation scanner tech I don't need. Fuel scavenging I've already upgraded to max. That one I don't need. The only one that would be worth getting... I've already got fuel scavenging upgraded to max. Does 3 give you more than max? I don't think it does. I think I'm already at max, so it would be a waste. So I'm thinking buy Squadron Dock Recovery Upgrade tech, because I think that's probably the most important one that I can get. Navigation scanner is also maxed. Yeah, I maxed it just a moment ago. Let's go for the Squadron Dock Recovery Upgrade. Here's your scrap. Now this better work. Of course it will, Admiral. Have some faith, jeez. Testing, sir. Shouldn't take us long to determine if we've been had. I can't bear to watch. The tech checks out, sir. Lovely. See? What did I tell you? All my tech works. 75% of the time. Lovely. 27 scrap down and squadron recovery up 1, which is fantastic. So when you arrive at a star, these long-lost neo-neutrinium cubes, Neo-N cubes, are basically old refineries that extracted the Neo-N from the star matter. These were run by Omnis, and when all the Omnis shut down in the great, I don't know, Windows shutdown noise of 20 years ago, basically all of these neo-neutrinium refineries just stopped dead. Now, 99% of the neo-neutrinium that has been, left in these as a result of the refinery shutting down has already been scavenged. But what we can do is we can use our Omni to just purge that last little bit out of the tanks and the pipes and whatever, just to give us that, just a wisp, just the spray from a fresh opening bottle of neo-neutrinium. Like, that's all we can get out of it, and so we'll take what we can get. So we're going to scavenge Neo-N, see how much we get. We get 2 neo-neutrinium fuel. As you can see, we've pretty much hollowed it out to nothing now. Okay. So there's nothing else to do in this sector, no shops or anything. We're going to go to the local system and we're going to go through here. So we're here at the Star a cheat. There are 4 other nodes to visit. 3 of these nodes have what's called an anomaly at them. Anomalies in this game are basically games of chance. When you pull up to an anomaly, there is a chance that it could be good, there is a chance that it could be bad. There's not really much else to say. Blank things can still have dilemmas in, but anomalies tend to be really good or really bad. Is this game available on Steam? Yes, it is, Silver. And one thing that I forgot to say on the previous time when I played this is that I'll tell you, it's not the late 90s, right? There's actually a game demo available for this, which I was like, Jesus, there's a lost art for a game developer. There is actually a demo on this on Steam in which you can play the first chapter completely free of charge, if you like the look of it. So yeah, if you search Crying Sons, you can actually play a demo of this, just the first chapter, and then you can decide whether you like it and play the game afterwards, which is just like huge. Like, it's a bit of a lost art with game developers. How does it feel balance like compared to FTL? It's a very different game, Thrawn. sometimes, like, for example, the FTL's RNG can completely screw you over. This game's RNG can completely screw you over. By playing with chance, you are setting yourself up for the game of chance. So in terms of balance, it's very tricky to say. It really just depends how lucky you are with finding ships, finding weapons and stuff like that. I feel that you can, which is very, very nice, say compared to, say, FTL. Because in FTL, if you've got a weapon that does 3 damage, but the enemy's got 4 shields, then that vessel is invulnerable to you. Like, you cannot kill it. Whereas in this, you can kind of MacGyver and use tactics and things to bring an enemy vessel down. So I would actually say in terms of gameplay and combat strategy, this is actually a little bit deeper and a little bit more rewarding. If you get flak, you win. That's basically the rule of FTL. That or a Vulcan. Okay, so let us move to our first node here. A cheat node UB31. Let's go. Lovely. An anomaly signal. Incoming transmission. Please accept this scrap. According to our beliefs, the more scrap you have, the harder it is to join the Omnis in the Garden of Light and Metal. So yes, basically the church, right? Everybody's got their own theories about why the Omnis shut down, and once humanity basically, or the Empire, collapsed as a result of the foldnet going down, the hyper travel thing between systems, the wormhole gates. Once the Empire basically collapsed in the Outer Rim, which is where we are, basically everybody started falling into their own little factions and stuff. The church here, it's the Church of something, the Church of the Omni, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, I'm sure someone in chat will remember. But basically they believe that they have to atone for their sins in order for the Omnis to come back on. Basically, they believe that if they suffer enough, the Omnis will come back on and go, which means they basically give away all of their scrap or of their neo-neutrinium. They basically starve themselves or outright kill themselves indirectly to basically suffer so much in some kind of weird atonement-based, fucking ideology to try and bring stuff back, to try and bring the Omnis back. They believe if they suffer enough, they'll turn back on, which is just a tragedy, really. So that's what's going on here. I don't get it. These believers are just going to give us their scrap? What's the rub? I'm not sure there is one. They honestly believe the more they suffer, the more they'll be rewarded in the afterlife. That's it. The crazy narratives, your kind creates. We can either accept the scrap. If you don't, someone else will. Don't. It's clearly not the right thing to do, or you fear it's a trap. I've got no reason to assume that it's a trap. They just want to get rid of their stuff. Yeah, I'm going to take it. They genuinely believe that they should suffer. I'd be happy to accept your scrap. Thank you, Admiral. I can't tell you what a relief it is to unburden our sins upon your heathen ship. 62 scrap. There it is, a positive outcome from the anomaly. They're just as likely to be bad ones as well, so got to be careful with all of that. Okay. Let us go to the local map. Nothing else here. Let's go to our next marker, a cheat Yo 150. Let's jump into the next satellite node here. And we've got another satellite. Yes, we do. Anomaly signal. A church ship, sir. Straight ahead. These are our enemies in this sector. Let's have a look. This is no sector for a heathen ship. Die, sinner, die. This is combat then. So now we come to the combat phase of the game. Prepare to fight. So, combat in this game is defined by this sort of hexagonal battle map that is in front of us. The battle map here is completely and totally oriented to the fighter gameplay, or the ship gameplay here. Weapons are kind of special abilities that can be used to impact either this or directly impact the enemy battleship. But this field in front of us is uniquely for fighter gameplay. Right, is Moobot a tier 3 sub? Tier 2, I believe. Right then, so what we want to do is we want to have a look and see what the enemy is bringing to bear. Now, the enemy has got a shitload of ship weapons, as we can see here, and 2 officers. So they're going to be trying to primarily focus on just outright blowing us up. The enemy's got 88 health per hit point bar, and we can see that they've got 2 hit point bars. So they're definitely not as strong as us, but they do have a lot of weapons, very high tier weapons. They've got a Matter Destabilizer Mark III, which applies a decay for 25 seconds, which really hurts us, to be honest. It does like half of our health and damage overall. A Sub-Zero gun stops the attacks and movements and charging of units for 4 seconds, which means they can basically stun our units for 4 seconds. And then a Engine Disruptor can reduce our speed for a lot of time. So what we want to do is we want to prioritize using drones, right? Because the enemy has these frigates coming out. Now, the thing with frigates is that they, again, I alluded earlier to this rock, paper, scissors type gameplay. Frigates are good against fighters, as you can see there, massive damage bonus against fighters. Drones are good against frigates. So even though our DPS is only 1, or I believe our DPS is only 3 damage a second, that increases quite a bit against frigates. Now, these are only level 1 drones, so they will still have a bit of their work cut out for them, but by and large, they should do quite a bit. So what we want to do, we're going to power down our fighter squadron here. We're going to power up all of our drones, even this damaged one here, and we're going to get them all out on the field. This drone here is a special drone that I've got called a crafter, spelled with a K because they're edgy. Basically what this does is every 20 seconds it will spawn another unit of patched drones completely free of charge, if you don't count time as a currency. And that will basically allow us to basically shit spam drones over the length of the battle, which is important. So I'm going to bring all of my drones out onto the field, and I'm also going to bring my prototype cruiser out to try and do some damage in the long run here. So, without further ado, let us jump on in and see how we do here. We're going to pause right away there. They've fired a shot into my hull there. Largely it has been tanked. We're going to get all of my drones here to go and start engaging these guys as best as we can here, right through the middle of those sectors. We're going to get this unit to start pulling around over to here. It's going to take it a little bit of time, and we're going to leave the crafter at the back. Enemy weapon is ready to fire. See if we can get on this guy here. Let's see. Dive out and attack them. Dive round and attack them. Let's get our guy going for their weapons. Ooh, our guys are getting damaged quite heavily there. See if we can attack this guy. There we go. Now those were my patched drones, so it's not too important if we don't lose them. I'm going to bring that guy forward. Hopefully we'll be okay to kill this guy here. See how we do. We're going to do quite a lot of damage to their ship. The patched drones are going to get damaged. Here come the other unit of drones, these other patched drones. Let's get those into attack over there. Our other unit of drones has been patched. Okay. Let's send our guy forward here. They've got an impaler. Let's get on that quickly with our drones. There we go. Drones have closed into the melee. Let's keep working them with our weapon system. So one of our drones has been damaged, but we can live with that, to be honest. Let's fire in a piercer laser on there and also shoot in a plasma nuke over here just to try and damage them. There we go. Keep shooting and enemies destroyed. Fantastic. Right, good job, Admiral. Here is the summary of the battle. We actually damaged one of our drone units again. Mark 1 drones are very weak here at the 3rd sector, but I haven't had a chance to replace them with anything more powerful, so what can I do? Plasma nuke seems weak. It can help. It's not enough on its own, but it can help. Again, it's quite low level. We get a Cruiser Mark III Protector, which is fantastic as well. So we've destroyed the enemy ship. Engaged and destroyed. So let's have a look at that. Let's see how we did there. So a lot of our stuff is still damaged. What is this? Shield generator. Add 1 absorb shield to each adjacent friendly unit. Taking damage or moving cancel. So this is like a shield generator. Takes 10 seconds. Seems a bit weak, to be honest. I'd rather just outright do damage. It seems to do a lot of range DPS though. Look at its range damage. 13 is pretty incredible. The other one does 22 actually, so it's not that amazing. It has its place, I'm sure. Hello, Shadow Killer. Good to see you, mate. Right. So that battleship's going to drift off over there. Let's go to our next node here, a cheat FT-72. We've got a pirate ship up ahead, anomaly signal. Let's have a look here. Pirates have a saying, better to kill than be killed. More combat. Let's have a look then. See what we're dealing with. Lots of small asteroid fields. They're going for a priority on their fighters. They also have very weak weapons and a very weak hull. This shouldn't be too difficult for us. Let's get ourselves a cruiser prototype on the field. Let us power down the drones, or in fact we'll keep those drones powered up for the moment. Actually, we'll keep the crafters powered up, and we'll also bring forward our prototype fighter squadrons. So let's get ready with the... Let's see, 2 prototypes. These would do a lot of damage. I only need the 1 prototype. Let's get another unit of fighters ready. So 2 unit of fighters to go and counter those guys. Or actually, let's bring 1 unit of frigates, our damaged frigate. Let's take that out. And the prototype cruiser and the crafter drone as well. Pop the crafter drone in there. Weapons are charging. Outcome there, guys. Right, our frigate should be able to do a lot of damage to them. They're only basic as well, which is excellent. Let's bring our guys forward here. These guys are going to be slipping into stealth mode. Yeah, we want to fight them in the asteroid bay if I can. There we go. We've got that guy pretty nicely pinned there. Holy shit. Very good. Bring this guy forward to attack their ship. They've got reinforcements coming in, a very large attack. Let's get these guys off here to start attacking the enemy, and let's bring our frigate back to start waiting for these guys over here. In fact, if we can get our frigate to come and sit in here, he should be in a pretty good spot to try and defend everyone, which is great. He's a little bit damaged. Our crafter drone is going to be up as well. Let's get our crafter drones over to here, just to assist in the fighting. A little bit of damage to our hull, nothing we can't deal with. Let's get a shot in on their weapons. There we go, we've been blasted back. The enemy is bringing out a lot more of those fighters there. We do have to be careful about that. See if we can get some support in. Okay, plasma nuke. Have to be careful. Let's fire there. A big hit. Our guys should be able to handle that now. There we go, plasma nuke did quite well. Let's engage again. We should have this pretty much won here. There it is. Your opponent wants to negotiate a truce and is offering this in exchange. We're going to refuse. And we're going to keep going. There we go. 86 scrap. Very, very nice. 4 seconds till their reinforcements, but we've done it. No mercy. Excellent stuff. Battleship engaged and destroyed. Nothing lost, which is excellent. More scrap in our bindle, which is perfect. Let us move to the last area, which is down here. A cheat DL-156. But the fuel would have been nice, I suppose. So I'm detecting a scrapper battleship behind this station. Hard to tell if it's hiding out of some kind of vulnerability or as part of a trap. Got the chief for you, sir. We're picking up a pretty significant data vulnerability in that scrapper mainframe, sir. Meaning? Meaning that the scrapper is vulnerable to hacking. Real vulnerable. How do you want to play this one, sir? Ask a specialist officer to hack their mainframe. Get into that scrapper mainframe, Lieutenant. I want to know all their dirty little secrets. If they have secrets, you'll know them. Let's do it. Sir, I'm in. Let's see, what do we have here? The location of an unplugged weapon cache on a nearby moon. Yes, please. Transfer those coordinates to Lynch, Lieutenant. I've got them, sir. Take a little trip to that moon, Captain, and do me a favour, make sure those scrappers don't see you. On my way. Superb. Brilliant. Sir, I've located the scrapper cache. I think you're going to be pleased. On my way back now. We get a Dark Matter Cannon Mark III. Let's take a look at that then. So a Dark Matter Cannon Mark III. Units can't move through or stray on those cells for 8 seconds. That's interesting. So I can create like an Anivia wall from League of Legends. I can create like a barrier that stops people from moving through. Interesting. I might just equip it. The plasma nuke kind of is okay, but kind of not okay. I mean... So the plasma nuke is just the AoE version of the execution laser. So what would be better? Plasma nuke does charge very quick. I think I'm going to stick with the plasma nuke. In before they flash over, it's true. Right. I'm going to leave that for now as it is. We've now got to move to the next part of the star map, so let us open that up. So we were here. We now want to go to Alpha Asculius and move down there. There is an army depot, a battleship wreckage. We're going to have an opportunity to maybe do some repairs and buy some fighters and stuff. So it's good that I've got all of this scrap kicking around. Lovely. Right. Some sort of derelict outpost. Hey! Saw your ship there, so I thought I might as well ask. We need a hyperventilator 23 to make a generator to go. Make a generator go. Any chance you got one kicking around? I think we got some scrap around here we want to pay you with somewhere. Chief here, sir. Listening in, we don't have a 23 in our stock, but we could break a bird down and get that way. And get it that way. Up to you. Oh god. A random squadron will become patched. What do we want to do? So I can either tell them that I'm Admiral Idaho, or say we need all of our squadrons for combat. What should we do, chat? I feel like telling them that we're Idaho. Patch them, you have lots of Mark 1s, that's true. Let's tell them that we're Admiral. I'm Admiral Idaho, Grand Admiral of the Imperial Fleet. Oh yeah? That's nice. So can you help us with the part? Says without a doubt. Okay, let's scrap one of our units. Break it down, let's give this station what they need. You got it, sir. Our prototype our Mark 1 cruiser, that's fine. Could live with that, I was going to get rid of it anyway. Your engineer gave us the 23, you're genuinely a good guy, aren't you? End of transmission, sir. Guess she forgot about looking for the scrap. Yeah, she forgot. Okay. Well, we got bamboozled. We only got one neo-neutrino out of that. That was bad. Okay. Bit of a shame. Okay, what we need to do then is we need to go and get as much scrap as we can from the battleship wreckage before we move on. So let us go and prep for an away mission there. Blast them now? Not quite. We have a civilian ship. Thank the machines, you're here. This ship is trying to siphon Neo-N off of our station. Second transmission incoming, sir. Don't believe a word she says. I saw they were low on fuel and I was trying to give them some of mine is all. I know the Omni's shut down, but we can still be kind to one another, can't we? I wonder what this guy is worse at, telling the truth or stealing Neo-In. We could make an arrest or just threaten. What should we do? What do we think, chat? Civilian, yeah. A lot of people are saying that one. Let's arrest the civilian and put him in the brig. One, don't need explosives on board. It's true. To the brig. Space him. Let's arrest. Captain, go get our friend and put him in the brig. That should sober him up. Aye, aye, sir. So we've put him in the brig. Had quite a little setup on his ship. Guy's been making Neo-N rockgut for years. Who said science was dying? Goes by the name of Von, sir. For what it's worth, he says he met you once. Most likely he's never met the original me, but I'll pay him a visit nevertheless. I'm interested in what he has to say. I wouldn't believe a word that he says, Admiral. He's clearly unstable. I'll keep that in mind, machine. Lovely. Brig, NS Odysseus. I don't believe it. It is you, the Admiral Idaho, as I live and breathe. And why wouldn't it be? Because you died. Or so I believed until now. Right. How do you know me? My captain tells me we met once. You wouldn't remember me, Admiral. I wasn't highly ranked. You were in the fleet? Yes, many years ago. The first fleet. I was discharged. Always had a problem with the drink. Ensign Vond. I flew the Hyperion 2. Man, that was a long time ago. I have a sneaking suspicion you have other questions too. Now, why do you believe I died? But surely you've heard the story yourself, Admiral. The story? Yes, but I'd like to hear your version. There are so many. Cube hydrate? I do. Do I have a water bottle? It's still empty, chat. It's still empty. I'm going to have to go and fill it up. I'll be back in a moment. Ugh. Talk amongst yourselves. it is. Right, I've hydrated on my way between. Right, let's move on then. Well, on Ganima, a planet in the House Kosh Bundia sectors, I have no idea. There once existed a group of people called the Survivalists. As incomprehensible as it is, these people believed the Empire would be better off without the Omnis. Crazy talk, I know. I mean, I don't worship the things, but the idea that we'd be better off without them is just plain wrong. After years of abuse at the hands of House Kosh, their numbers went down. Their numbers down to only a few thousand. They knew they had to fight back or be wiped off the stars. So after years of secretly amassing weapons and resources, they rebelled one day. 26 years ago, 6 years before the shutdown, House Kosh never saw it coming. After quickly overwhelming local troops and destroying local Omnis, who, limited by their Rubicon, were unable to defend themselves, they had shut down the local folder. Oberon, rightfully fearing these terrorists, fearing they might attack other planets, sent you and Vice Admiral Okonkwo? I don't know. To quash the rebellion and protect his subjects. But because the folder was down, it took you and your battleship 5 years to reach Ganima from Elysium. By the time you arrived, the survivalists were ready for you, more than ready. They had turned Ganima into a veritable war machine. You asked for their surrender, but it was useless. They weren't going back to the way things were before. To their way of thinking, they were finally free. They had finally secured a future for themselves, and you and Conk, I'm going to call him Conk, crush the Beatles, sorry, attacked, but soon discovered your few ships were outmatched by theirs. Then, Admiral, you made the ultimate sacrifice. You offered the other ship to stockpile their makers of darkness, Telos nukes, on a single ship. Your ship. Interesting. Conk begged you not to do it, but you knew it had to be done, for Oberon, for the good of the Empire. And alone you crashed your ship into Ganima, setting off an immense reaction, vitrifying those terrorists and saving the Empire at the same time. The rebellion had been put down, but not without a cost. Back home in Elysium, your death was mourned by hundreds of thousands, and Oberon, with the eyes of the Empire upon him, proclaimed you the greatest hero the Empire had ever known. But now I know it's all untrue. You didn't die, you survived Ganima. But why, Admiral? Why were we told that story in the first place? Confess I don't know this story. What should I do? Should I tell him the information's classified, or should I tell him that I don't know? I think there's no... Yeah, we'll be honest with him. We'll be frank. To be honest, this is the... It's fine, Admiral. I don't expect you to tell me what really happened. How could you? It's kind of above my pay grade. I'm no longer even a member of the fleet. Sometimes I wish I was still, though. Sometimes I wish I was still fighting for all that's good, all that remains. But no offence, I don't think the fleet, not even the greatest admiral of all time leading it, can save us now. I believe these truly are our final days. Let's ask about the survivalists. Some people think they may have been behind the shutdown, because they believe we shouldn't rely on the Omnis for anything, but they couldn't be, could they? I mean, you killed the survivalists, all of them, vitrified those poor bastards into glass. Well, that was the story anyway. You hear rumours every now and then about a ship carrying the last of their king floating through space, searching for you, Admiral. Searching for me? Payback for what you did to their planet and their people. I'd imagine they'd be a little sore, don't you? You got other questions? Let's ask about House Kosh. Tell me more about House Kosh. Next to House Telos, they are probably the most powerful house in all of the Empire. That or House Akabara Sun. The Koshes have existed since the beginning, but it seems they never had enough power, not for their taste anyway. Their abhorrence for the old man was no secret, that'll be the Emperor. After all, he's had them and House RS, or AS, sorry, and House AS? I don't know. Under his thumb for centuries. There are rumours the Koshes have made several attempts on his life throughout the decades, though nothing ever has been proven. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if House KB had something to do with the shutdown. You got other questions? Ask about House Akabara-sun. Those Akis, just like the Koshes, have wanted Oberyn out of the picture for decades. They've always resented the old man for having more power than them. Hell, the Empire might be theirs if not for Oberyn. You can see how that might rub those gene mods the wrong way. I've always thought that maybe they played a part, a large part even, in the shutdown. Those money grubbers wielded a tremendous amount of power. They still probably do for that matter. No, you definitely can't rule them out as suspects. They've always thought that they're so much better than the rest of us, haven't they? You got any other questions? Continue. You don't have any... Yeah, I don't have anything else to ask. I have a sneaking suspicion you have other questions. Ask about... Ask about Crush the Beetle Man. What do you know about Vice Admiral Conk? Well, you hear a couple of stories about him. One is that he was your best friend, your right-hand man, always had been since the days at your days at the academy together. The other is that he was very jealous of you. It said you were always Oberyn's favourite, the Golden One, chosen to lead the Empire if Oberyn ever stepped down, and that Mr. Okonkwo lived in your shadow and resented you for that. Me? I don't know which story to believe. Then again, I'm not much for gossip, you know what I mean? What I like to do instead is get drunk and hit up the space casinos. Now that's a good time. Anyway, knowing Vice Admiral Conk as you do, only you will know the truth there, Admiral. Right, only I know the truth there. I have a sneaking suspicion you have other questions. End conversation. You're right, mate. I won't keep a former Imperial soldier as a prisoner. If you stay out of trouble, not steal anymore, you're free to go. Thank you, Admiral. That's kind of you, but you don't mind if I say something before I go. Go ahead. One thing kind of strikes me funny when I think back to the time I met you. And what's that? You haven't aged one bit. How could that be? That's just the darkness in here, Vond. It plays tricks on your eyes. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I suppose we have to keep the cloning facility top secret. Well, that was an interesting encounter, wasn't it? Right. Repair away mission. Got a bit of a sidetrack. Let us scan the planet below. I'm not doing too bad, mate. Just sort of chilling out. Playing some games. Right then, there looks to be one clear choice for this mission, and that is going to be our friend here, Hirayoon. She's got a chance to come back with all of the bacon. So let's head down there, launch expedition. Fumph. Down and away we go. Right then. So, danger, sharp senses, passed. Lovely, danger, sharp senses again, passed. Battleship wreckage. Sharp senses, persuasion, scrap 65. Danger, sharp senses, passed. Danger, engineering. Injuries but no deaths. Resource cache, sharp senses, 42 scrap. Resource cache, persuasion, 39 scrap. Resource cache, engineering, nothing found. Danger, discretion, passed. Continue on mission. Resource cache, discretion, 39 scrap. Extraction points. Come home. We lost no commandos there, so that was pretty good. 185 scrap in our bindle. Right, that's everything from this node. We want to go to the local star map now and jump towards the army depot on Room 6. Let's see what's going on over here. Anomaly signal. So, it looks like we're... Oh, yep, right in the eye of an ion storm near this Lever planet. Got chief for you, sir. So this storm is going to wreak havoc with our hull's electrical systems. We've got two choices here. One is to let the storm do its damage, if you will, and no doubt those ions will ding up our hull pretty good. Or we shut down our computer systems and maybe avoid the damage altogether. But this last option is risky, sir. Shutting down our systems now could actually make us more vulnerable. How do we want to handle this? So we could shut down the computer systems, or we'll just let it batter the hull. What do we think? Should we go for the 50-50? If you do 1, you may lose a hull bar. 2, just because I like gambling, let's roll the dice. Shut down the systems. Bigelow, I have a good feeling about this. That's good, sir, because I'm iffier on the idea myself, shutting the system down. Now we wait out the storm. Ozu, tell the crew to pack it in to the middle of the ship until we're on the other side of this thing. Right away, sir. Okay, storm's passed. Let's turn the systems back on and see what damage is. Keep your fingers crossed, sir. Turning it on now. Shit, shutting down the system only made us more vulnerable to the storm, sir. We're taking heavy damage. Let's just hope we don't see too much combat until we can get fixed. -2 hull plates. Jesus. Let's visit the shop then. That was a big one. Right then. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got on board then. We've got various weapons, which is nice. We've also got some neo-neutrinium. Let's have a look. Chain reaction cannon jumps through adjacent units. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Engine disruptor could be quite powerful, but we do want to get some better ships and weapons, don't we? Now, the frigate here, the Magneto, could be quite interesting, but its DPS is very low, I think. All enemy units able to target this are forced to do so and cannot move at all, being stunned. I'm pretty sure that 3.5 is really low DPS, but what it is tanky, and it can draw fire. So it might be worth grabbing that just for that reason alone. What do we think? Cruiser Protector Mark IV, not going to bother with that. Getting a level 4 fighter might be quite useful. What do we think? What do we think, chap? The crafter drones are... well, we've already got one. Doesn't really matter. I could get them both. There's no reason why I can't get both. Somebody says the fighter. Ghost fighters, 7.7 DPS. Might be a good idea. Let's do it. Get that one. Do I want to get the Magneto frigate? Sell one shittier fighter. We could do. Let's have a look here. What did I want to get rid of? So we wanted to get rid of this, right? So I don't need that one. This protector is a bit crap as well. I'm not really using it. I desperately need better drones. I need that for now. Having that fighter is really good. Sell Mark II Ghost. What, the good one? Mark II Prototype. Give it 10 seconds, being attacked. Restore 2 health per second, removed all time negative effects when applied. If they sit still, they heal. To get rid of my other Ghost Fighter. I don't think that's worth doing. I've got enough slots to take it all with me. Sell Mark I on top of either. I don't need to sell though, really. Why would I need to sell? I could definitely sell that one. I'll sell the Mark I for sure. Because then I've got like a good bank of fighters. The Magneto Cruiser can be used to protect the frigate. Let's get the Magneto Cruiser then. And then, yeah, then we should be fine. So we'll take 180 scrap forward. The weapons aren't amazing. There aren't really any amazing weapons here. No effect on field unit. Hull laser. Deals no heat to battleship systems, but it does deal damage. That could be quite powerful. Hull brake laser Mark II. Should I get that? Want to sell that? Yeah. Can we repair the hull? Not here. This could be quite powerful. That's 40 damage. Let's get that. And let's get rid of what? The dark matter cannon's interesting. I like the piercing cannon. But I think we can get rid of the piercing cannon. Let's replace the piercing cannon with that. And let's replace this with the executioner. Then that will be our thing there. What do we replace? I mean, I could get rid of that bar. Because then I can have a piercing laser. Or indeed the damage nuke. I think that would work okay, right? Dark matter cannon is probably worth a lot to sell. You are probably right there. Let's have a look at the shop again. Dark matter cannon 75. The executioner sells for about the same as the plasma nuke. Yeah, I'll sell the dark matter cannon, as I'm not planning to use it. That gets me a little bit of extra scrap. I think I'll run with this for now, as a loadout. I don't feel the dark matter cannon seems bad, yeah. So we're going to use the whole laser Mark III. the Executioner laser, plasma nuke and all of that, and we're going to use those moving forward. Right. Let's have a look at the local system. Is there anything else here? No. Let us go to the star map then. Did I get all of the Neo-N that I could? I just want to double check. Yes, I did. I've got plenty of commandos, so I don't need to worry about that. Right. My next destination is going to be south, isn't it? That's the way that I wanted to go. I wanted to go down here and then to here, and then depending on how much Neo-N I could get, I wanted to go into there. So let's go down here. Planetary defense wreckage and a mercenary outpost. That's where I wanted to be. Can you repair the hull bars? Not at the shops that I've found. Let's have a look. Incoming transmission. Please, Admiral, you have to help us. These monsters have us locked away in here. What monsters? Scrappers, Admiral. They kidnapped us and brought us here. I think they want to use us to make their little scrapper babies. Oh, God. Run along, little Imperial. Nothing going on here but wholesome family fun. Oh, dear. Looks like a scrapper baby maker station. What do we want to do about this, eh? These games are getting more and more nerdy, it's true. What do we think? The heavens point to yes. Let's try and get in there. Attempt to free the women on the station. Let's give them a hand. Captain, put together a team and free those women. Of course, sir. Sir, it was a trap. The baby maker set us up. She was a scrapper. They captured our men and women. They're turning them into baby makers and playthings. Playthings? Pleasure slaves, Admiral. Incoming transmission from the station. Too bad you didn't join your little rescue team, Admiral. You would have made an excellent plaything. I really can picture myself whipping you. Oh, God. Sir, I wouldn't suggest this normally, but maybe we should put those commandos out of their misery. I believe that's what they would want, don't you? We could send a specialist to blow up the station and your captured troops. Should we do that? We go with number one. Should we blow it to Kingdom Come? Yeah. Let's blow it to pieces. Can you blow up this station, Lieutenant? With enough explosives, I could blow up just about anything. But this station, sir? Aren't some of our men and women still in there? That's right, Lieutenant, but what they're about to experience, that's no kind of life. Got a point there, sir. Let's send our men and women off with some fireworks, shall we? Exterminatus. The Inquisition merely performs the duty of its office. That's it. Right. What are you still doing here, Admiral? I've decided to blow up your little station. Ah, you lie. You wouldn't kill your own men and women. Not a weak Imperial like you. Oh, shit. And then... Baboom! Outright gone. Done, sir. That baby maker station is nothing but scrap now. Then bring it in and let's get out of here. We get 58 scrap, but we lose the commandos. Off. Scavenge some Neo-N. Oh! 3 Neo-N. Doesn't happen very often. I'm yet to get a 3 and a 3. That would be big business. Right. Local system map. Let's have a look then. Let's go to the planetary defense thing. And then go from there. Incoming transmission, sir. An Imperial battleship. Well, since you're here, maybe you can help us with a problem. A very serious problem. Governor Anna Panagos. What kind of problem? It's our colony's birth rate, sir. Frankly, we're having too many babies. What? Fucking Jesus. Gee. Just put some pictures of me up around the place. That'll sort it right out. Anyway, so ask. I know why it's a problem. Ask the governor how you can help our colony. Right. Yeah, how can we help? As you probably remember, the Omnis controlled the population before the shutdowns, implementing a tech that prevented 99% of the population from conceiving. Really? Ugh. That's the one. When the shutdown... oh, it's just horrible. When the Omnis... when the shutdown happened, somehow the default setting was switched to the opposite position in our colony. Now everyone here is getting pregnant. What? What? We have an old birth tech here, hundreds of years old, but we can't get it to work. What we need is more scrap and possibly a good engineer if you have one to get it up and running. Right. This game has some weird fan fiction undertone going on sometimes. It really does. Reverse vasectomies. I don't know. I just like... it's just horrible. I guess it must be referring to a cloning bay. It's just like... Okay, it kind of just been like the Omnis were there and everyone was good Christian boys, and then that was it. As soon as the Omnis turn off, it was just like, let me smash. It was... Let's go, just Jesus. 1, but I'd love to hear 2. Let's go with 3. Let's send an officer to fix their birth tech. Christ. They got to fucking... That's it, it's true. You wanted to see me, sir? Know anything about old birth control tech, Lieutenant? To be honest, no. But if it's pre-Omni tech, I'm positive I can figure it out. It just fucking... Somebody fucking airdrop some Johnnies down there or something. Christ above. Right. This is the sex system. That's it. Good news, sir. A bit of elbow grease. I was able to activate the old tech. Right, thank you, Admiral. This tech should help us right the ship, so to speak. You've saved hundreds, if not thousands, of lives today. Please accept this Neo-N on my Condi's behalf. There we go. 3 Neo-N. Big box. I like that. Right, prepare commandos. Tom dispense. Literally, like, going to any pub. We just stole one of them from the war. Right, okay, let's have a look here. So it looks like the best person to go down there. There's a planetary defense turret system wreckage thing and also a battleship wreckage. Looks like our middle officer here, Yosef Sousa, is going to be the person to send down. Can extract anywhere between half and 100% of the minerals with 0 and 4 losses. So let's rock and roll with this lady. Down she goes. I think that's probably it, Faulty. Right. So, danger. Knowledge. Danger avoided. Danger. Engineering. Avoided. Danger. Erudition. Avoided. Resource cache. Demolition. 38 scrap. Danger. Erudition. Avoided. Environmental disaster. Erudition. Piloting. Failed. Persuasion. 2 deaths. Continue. Continue on mission. Resource cache. Hacking. Nothing found. Battleship wreckage. Engineering. Demolition. Scrap. 67. Resource cache. Erudition. 32. Planetary turret wreckage. Demolition. Engineering. Mark 3 engine disruptor. Extraction point. Come home. Lovely. So we bring back 137 scrap and -2 commandos. That's not the end of the world because we're going to a place where we can, hopefully... No, we don't want to do that yet, do we? We want to go to the mercenary outpost. Maybe just get a couple of extra commandos and any Neo-N they have for sale. What is that? Is that Imperial? Imperial battleship, sir. Are you again? I told you to leave us alone. Strange, this captain thinks he's seen our battleship before. Sir, they're on the attack. Our own brothers and sisters. It's a trap. The enemy was waiting for you. Its squadrons have been deployed and its weapons are ready to fire. So it's a very badly damaged Imperial ship with a fuckload of fighters. Oh my god. They've got pretty much everything coming out here. Okay. Let's minus everything off and think about how we're going to play this. So we want to probably get out our good shit. So we'll get out your man over here. We'll get out the Magneto. We'll get out our heavy squadrons here. Our fighter Ghost. And then we'll get out some drones as well, which is going to really only be the what's it drone here, the crafters. Let's hope that this is enough to pull them back. Can you killbox them with the dark matter? I don't have the dark matter on. I've got plasma nuke, execution laser, and hull breaker. Let's see how we go here. There's some EMP towers. Right, the Magneto's there. Pull him back. Pull him over to there. There, we owned them very quickly. Holy shit. Let's see. These guys are all being forced to attack the Okay, this was magnificent. These guys really owned them. Holy shit. God, we've really carved them up. Go and get their weapon systems down. Get on the offensive. Very nice. Right, bring the magnetos back. Get them repaired. Bring your man forward here. We'll probably just hold around here for now. I don't want to get too aggressive. These guys should repair quite quickly. Bring these drones up. I just want to be careful because all of these are going to spawn very, very quickly after one another. Enemy weapons ready to fire. Let's see, they've only got some drones coming out. Mark II drones, which means these fighters are going to be the best thing to use. Let's bring these guys forward then. We can redeploy the Magneto when it gets ready. Bring the fighters forward. Okay, they've got a lot of shit coming out, so let's get these guys ready. They've got themselves a prototype Mark II coming forward. This is interesting. What is that at the bottom right? What, this thing? Core systems. Whenever an allied single target weapon hits its target, apply regen to all non-patched units. Pretty nasty. Okay, so those guys are there. Is the Magneto ready to come out yet? No, it isn't. Right, so let's bring your man back to here. To get everyone to fall back if we can. Right. Get you guys attacking them. Get you attacking them. Okay, they've actually put regen on each other. Bit of a faff. Right, is this guy ready to come out yet? I'm just going to deploy him immediately. There's not much I can really do here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go, movement locked. That Magneto's got there at just the right time. Holy shit. Right, okay, let's get a plasma nuke in, like that. That was a fine hit on them. Let's get the hull break in on one of their other weapons if we can. Executioner in on that guy. Excellent stuff. Get you to attack them. Get this guy moving forward and this guy moving forward. Movement locked. Kill those drones. Excellent. Right, let's bring back these two because they're badly damaged. Bring these other drones forward. Go and get on their weapon systems. Let's do it. Guns, dude, I know. I've got to break through their fucking thing here. Let's see if I can just get through that shield. There it is. And then fire the hull breaker in there. There we go. That was a big hit. Keep ripping into them. Right. Can we deploy some other units? Let's get out fighter squadron. Let's get out 2 fighter squadrons for now. Just as something. I don't think we're going to be able to kill these guys outright. Bring the fighters forward. Excellent stuff. Get round there, you get round there. Damage absorbed. Everybody get in. We've got a lot of shit going in on them. There's not much they can do about this either, which is great. Everybody just fight their... There we go. Pound their shit in. Not much they can do about that. Can't shoot that yet. We can fire this. No, that's not the right one thing to fire. And then we got him. Good job, Admiral. We managed to wipe out a lot of their shit quite quickly. They're out of ships, apparently. Protector plus Magneto would be the best tank. I think you're probably right. Good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. 94 scrap in the bindle. Let's take a look at the shop here. A mercenary outpost. A heavy nuke. Wow. Wow. Right. Holy shit. Okay, let's have a look at this then. What have we got? We've got squadron DPS increased by 15%, which is pretty fucking strong. What don't our guys have? We don't have somebody that can do the piloting stuff. So this person here could at least do piloting. Do any of these guys do piloting? Literally none of them do piloting. And we don't have, we don't have a squadrons bay operator, do we? I could get 2 officers on board. Right. Interesting. What do we think? 100 damage is way better than the plasma. It's true. But look how long it takes to reload. It takes 2 minutes to fire. Spes nuke, that's it. Look at the delay on that. Might just get one of the officers and the commandos, that's it. I can sell stuff, you are right. So let's sell... Right, so what was I getting rid of? So I can get rid of my piercing laser Mark 1. Execution laser I was keeping for now. This engine disruptor I'm going to get rid of. Buy this back. 2 of them. Matter destabilizer just isn't that good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. Buy the nuke. It's so, like... It's so long, though. Commandos? I will get... I'll get that many commandos. I won't buy too many. It'd be a handy backup as a weapon, because if you have got 2 battleship hurters and you have the nuke when you're getting overrun, 125 seconds is too long. Yeah, I didn't think it was that good. I'm going to leave that alone. The only thing... It would be nice to get somebody in squadrons just to increase the DPS of my squadrons. What do we think about that, right? Because a lot of my stuff is only level 1. We do need to get some better squadrons, right? Don't we? We just do. The weapons need to charge up for you to re-equip it as well. That would be the only other thing. We could buy this officer and then get 15% off of the weapon reload time. Which it wouldn't really be that much. It'd be like 20 seconds. The nuke is basically alt F4, that's it. The nuke, because you'll be better than anyone who doesn't have a nuke. Look, you can't... Literally, has American Warlord in his name. Right, now, you're relying a lot on squadrons. Get another squadron officer. I think you're right. I think that's going to be it. Battlefield Autocrafter cooldown. If fully charged, spawns 1 crafted drone on any non-crafted squadron death. That's interesting. We'll go with the DPS lady. We'll get her. Let's have a look here. So I need to increase the subsystems here. So, squadron support, 1 extra officer. And then I could get a weapons support officer as well. And then do this. So that lady's going to be in there. And then let's get local systems. Not local systems. We want to go to visit shop. And then we're going to get this guy as well. For the piloting. That'll do nicely for now. Leaves us with 114 scrap, but that's how I'm going to do it. Right, nothing else in this sector, I don't think. Did I get all the Neo N that I could buy? Check that out quickly. Yes, I did. Yeah, that's enough commandos. Let's go to the star map. Let's do it. Whole spot is basically free too, I know. Right, so I want to go this way then, and then come to a decision whether or not I want to go down here. I probably will with this much Neo-Neutrinium, but we'll see how we do at the next star. Right. Okay. Right, so, civilian ship drifting dangerously close to that sun. Can you make contact, Lieutenant? Trying, sir. So that's a negative there. Comms are compromised. Strong solar interference. The chances are they're getting... Sorry, the chances there are people still alive on board? Slim, sir. If they haven't succumbed to the heat, then they'll have a heavy dose of helium and hydrogen ions that has definitely killed them. We can either send Lynch and her birds to investigate, or we can move on. Most likely the people inside are beyond help. Thank you very much, Johnny. Cheers, mate. I think moving on, yeah. Move on. Push on, there's nothing we can do. We're too late. Fair enough. Scavenge ion. Oh, God, we're so close to getting 2 then. Right, let's take a look at the local system. So we've got this thing here. Let's go and have a look at that. We've got an anomaly coming up. We've got a church ship. Let's have a look at it. Church battleship, readying for fire. It was a trap. The enemy was waiting for us. Let's see what they're bringing to the table. Everything of theirs is going to be fully charged. They've got asteroid fields nearby. They're bringing a longbow, which I think snipes our ship, and a couple of cruisers. So let's power these guys down. Let's bring my own guy forward, like so. And then we want to get our crafter drone down there. And then we want to get, even if it's just a couple of patch drones, we'll take the Magneto. And then we'll take one of our patch drones just to try and, you know, work it all together, I guess. Let's give it a go. So these guys are all going to be pushing forward. They've got some damage out on us, but it's not too bad. Let's push these guys ahead, just like so. Takes a little bit of time, but not too much. Let's bring your man over here, just for now. Let's see how they want to play there. Righto. Sit tight. You want to go around and deal with that longbow if you can. There we go. Get him on the melee. There we go. On the melee, he can't attack, which is what we want. This guy is losing a little bit of health. Lovely. Get the Magneto round to try and deal with them, or do we just break off? Let's see. Can I get those guys over there? Him over here. We definitely want to just deal with him. Get him attacking him, him attacking him. Excellent. Get you attacking him. And then I think you back off, Magneto. Oh, that stun came at a bad time. See if we can get the plasma nuke out there. That's hurt them for sure. Let's bring our guy back. We've got those crafter drones going out. Let's get on him quickly with them. They've slowed us down a little bit. They've got more shit coming out. Let's go for a hull break on their... Go for their squadron bay. Or no, yeah, let's go squadrons. A big hit for sure. Let's see if we can snipe this guy here. That's a big hit. Let's see if we can go for them. I'm just trying to bring my guys back so that I can make some rudimentary repairs. Let's get another crafted drone out. Oh, they absolutely wrecked that unit of what's-its there. Not much to be done about it. Patch drones ahoy. They're getting more damage out. Crafting drones need to keep doing their job there. Pull you guys forward. You guys need to get in there. The other crafting drones, get those out. Get you up there. With their low damage squadrons, we're going to be in a pretty good spot here to just go in and just fucking hammer these guys. Plasma nuke. That was nice. Get in on these guys quickly. Now auto crafting. Let's bring you around and start attacking their hull. And we get our other unit back out. He's charging up. I'm guessing they're just going to keep shit spamming drones. We'll bring the Magneto forward. You want him. Double DPS. Magneto, come forward. Get some damage out. Hull break. Bring you guys back for a second. We'll let those guys trigger that. They destroyed that. Okay, we got the stun on him. Get those drones in on those guys quickly. They're stunning those guys. That came at a very poor moment over there. Let's see if we can snipe that guy. He's gone. Plasma nuke on these fresh units coming through. Less than ideal here. Drones, everyone on him. A fresh unit out. Let's get a unit of our fast, very good fighters out on the field as quickly as we can. They're really damaging that health bar. Let's get around there and try and commit as much damage as we can here. Come on, fighters here. Oh, not a good time, not a good time. Damage nuke. Oh no, that's the hull break. Go for their weapon system. That's going to be bad. We're going to lose that fighter squadron. Not much I can do about it. Let's bring out more drones. This one's a rough battle. They've gone, they've gone. They're going to be falling back here. What else can I bring to the table? 2 units of crafted drones. We've got another unit of these guys pushing out, which is ideal. Crafted drones are getting hammered pretty hard. If we can move all of these guys up together, we're going to be in good nick. Plasma nuke. Let's get that out. A fine hit. Crafted drones going in. They've slowed us down, I bet. Let's see if we can get round the side. One of my units is still... Oh, cheeky shits, man, with the crowd control. It's really bad. Right, let's snipe in on this guy. He's gone. They've moved out to there. Let's see if we can close that gap a little bit. Stunned. Okay, let's bring you round to here. Get you two attacking him. Fresh drone out. Could go for the prototype, but I'm going to get another unit of fighters out. In fact, let's keep my damaged fighters in the field here. Let's go for those. Get in there. Start damaging him. you get over there, start damaging him. We've got those guys. Let's start bringing some pain on their frigates there that have just spawned. Let's get you on him. Those crafters were just moved. Hull break laser, fire in. Very annoying that we can't get through on them. Plasma nuke. Hit our own unit. Oh, that's going to be bad. Nothing I can do though. They're already crafted, so it's not the end of the world. Those guys are all getting rebuilt. This has been a brutal fight. We're just getting shot to shit. Jesus H. Now, let's see if we can get one of these going out. They've destroyed one of our hull points. Nothing I can do about it. He's gone. Another unit of crafted drones. Hit the hull. Can't hit the hull, but all with one of these weapons. Trying to sneak around the side has been proving to be very difficult. Let's see. Can I get a hull breakout? I think this mission is going to be over here any second. Fire. Christ. They really took us to the cleaners there. Wrecked. Fighter Mark IV Ghost and Frigate Magneto. The problem is that I don't have any good frigates. There's nothing I can do, though, because I just don't have the means to find them at the minute. All I would be able to do would be able to try and upgrade them. And that loss of 2 damage really screwed with us. It's not looking good. Should have brought the nuke. Yeah, to be fair, that would have been quite helpful there. Right, scan planet. Right, you need to sometimes focus on attacking the ship instead of the squadrons, like you can sacrifice. The problem is that, like, you cannot really do any damage to the battleship if the enemy squadrons are right next to the battleship. Like, if the enemy's playing defensive, you can't get past them. It's really frustrating. Right, let's have a look at this one then. So, this lady here, who has demolition, erudition, and engineering, is going to be able to actually do a fair bit here. If I wanted to risk more of my men, I could do this guy. But I think this guy would probably suffice at number 2. Yeah. You need to go to a special shop and repair. Yeah, let's go with number 2. She's not going to extract as much, but she's going to keep the commando team intact, which is what we want. Right. Hello, Phil. Good to see you, mate. Let us jump on over. And let's have a look here. Josef Sousa moving in. Danger. Engineering. Danger avoided. Have a look. Resource cache. Erudition. Scrap 29. What, that's the halfway point? Okay. Resource cache. Nothing found there. Planetary defense. Have a look. Demolition and engineering. We get a cannon Mark II. Not awful. Resource cache. Erudition. 30 scrap. Danger. Demolition. Danger avoided. Danger. Engineering. Danger avoided. Resource cache. Engineering. 35 scrap. Danger. Sharp senses. Some injuries, but not too bad. Engineering. Danger avoided. And extraction point. Lovely. Continue. Right. Cannon Mark II and 94 scrap. Local star map. Let's move to the next node and see what's over here. Oh, hello. Is this an Imperial station? This is a repair station. Looking for repair work? We'll bang it out. But we only do big jobs here. Small jobs don't do it for us. Okay. I probably want to do this one, don't I? I want large amounts of my hull repaired. What do we think about this? I want to go for large amounts of hull, don't I, rather than large amounts of scrap. Large of each. I can only choose one of these. So let's go with large amounts of hull repair. Happy to pay for your services. We'll bang it out, guy, no sweat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes. That was huge. Jesus. Right. Excellent. Star map. So we've got a choice now. Do we go to the Omni Forge with 12 Neo-N? I think we should, shouldn't we? With 12 Neo-N, we should go for the Omni Forge, shouldn't we? Let's do it. That just saved this run. I think so, J-Bar. That was lucky. I always wonder whether, like, in times like that, whether the game knows that I'm struggling and it throws me a lifeline, or whether, you know, whatever else. I got R&D for you, sir. Let's have a look. So, I hope you don't mind, but since we had a little time on our hands, we went ahead and built a little weapon prototype out of the scrap. We think it will really help blow up our enemies. think you should have asked permission first? Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right, sir, but it's almost complete. Do you want us to finish it or not? I think somebody told me once that you should always complete this, just because it's cheaper than buying a weapon. Let's do it. You should have asked first. Excellent initiative, team. Take the scrap you need and finish this. Thanks a lot, sir. Always nice to hear you say that. You know how well plants feed on the sunlight. Well, your accomplishments are our nourishment. Lovely. Wonder if it's the nuke. We'll see. R&D is so weird. Invisibility projector. Oh. Let us scavenge some Neo-N. Rank 1. It's not amazing. It's not the worst. Let's have a look then. What am I putting out here? A lot of my stuff is so badly damaged. It's like unbelievable. I'm not going to be able to repair any of it. Local systems, it's just the Omniforge here. And then it's the final boss. Let's have a look. Right, Captain Lean for you, sir. Sir, I hope you don't mind, but I've been talking to R&D about building a Neuro Commando virtual program. Thanks to some Kosh tech we picked up a little while back, they think it's possible and could really bump up our commandos' numbers. Of course, no guarantees, sir. It'll require scrap. I think let's not bother because we've only got the fight next. And then I think we're moving on, aren't we? Which will reset our ship to 0. 2. Don't invest. Sorry, Captain, but I'm afraid we don't have to pass on the training. Right. I understand, sir. Maybe some other time the crew members I was looking at, they probably weren't killer material anyway. Omniforge. Let's have a look then. Well, a lot of this shit is all patched and horrible and broken. So what should I upgrade here, chat? Should I upgrade my frigate?
Oh, yeah.
Massively upgrade the DPS. Or my drones. The protector. Don't know how that works. This unit cannot become patched. That's pretty good. Yeah. Drones and the crafter. Cruiser. Someone says to upgrade this cruiser. .26 DPS is pretty... well, 13 DPS. I'll go for the drones. Pretty effective against church ships. So that we're finding... melee damage 1, DPS 4. Right. What do we think? I think the frigate, yes. We'll upgrade the... we'll upgrade this guy. And then upgrade the 2 drones, question mark? The crafter, if I upgrade it, it doesn't really do anything. Crafters aren't really meant to be upgraded as best as I can tell. It just increases their health. Yeah, both drones. Because I've really only got the final fight now, haven't I? So, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I should upgrade some of these fighters as well. What do we think, chat? Upgrade 2 of the fighters? Will I use the invisibility thing? Probably not. Should I upgrade the 2 fighters and then jump out? What do we think? Yeah, I'd upgrade the fighters. Okay. There now, Mark 3 prototypes and this one. Yeah, might as well use all of your Neo-Men. And then that's the forge used. Right, star map. And then the final fight, the cluster boss. Let's see how well we do. As far as you keep 1 Neo-En, right. Xenon's battleship, sir. There he is. At last, Admiral Idaho. I've heard so much about you and your battleship. Sorry, my cardinals couldn't be more hospitable. I assure you we take manners very seriously in the church. Which is why, before I kill you, I'm going to say a prayer for you. Put in a good word for wherever it is you're headed. An Imperial Admiral, you might be in for a nasty little surprise. You've proven yourself an enemy of the Empire, Xenon. Surrender, or I have no choice but to destroy you. Surrender. A pope doesn't surrender. That would be unholy. Now, let's get down to business. I have a sermon I want to wrap up. One about how bravely I smashed an evil Imperial battleship. Here we go. Let's take a look at the battlefield here. This is going to be disgusting. Okay, so he instantly is going down the line of drones and a shitload of weapons and stuff, we're just going to have to just try and hit this guy as hard as we possibly can. We're going to go drones, drones, drones. If we can there, we're going to take them. Do I want to take the Magneto out? Yeah, I think I should. Right. This is exactly what I fucking hate, church ships. I mean, is it worth me keeping the... Yeah, the crafter's probably worth it, isn't it? It just, like, the only problem is that I would rather have 4 units on offense right now, whereas the crafter makes it so that I have to wait. It's very, very frustrating. The crafter is worth it. Okay. Here we go, then. See how we do. His weapons are charging up quite quickly. Let's see if we can move forward here. Magneto first. Move everything up together. Let's see. Attack him. Attack him. And get you to attack him. Ooh, very nice. Let's get our drones attacking him then. Get you attacking him. There we go, that was well timed. There we go, that's good. Cruiser Basilisk. Let's get our guys going for their drones here then, and we'll get you attacking him. Sit tight, because he will drift in on you, I reckon. Oh my god, okay, he just carved us the fuck up. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. What's that about, my friend? He must outrange me substantially as well. Holy shit, okay. Plasma Nuke in on here. Christ almighty. He just fucking owned me. Get in on him. Hull break in on their weapons guy. They haven't really done much damage to me yet, nor I them. I've got to just get out more drones, because drones is it, right? More drones and a couple of extra frigates. What you might want to do is have 3 ships covering the cruiser while letting the cruiser focus on attacking the enemy mothership. I think you're probably right. That guy will come back quite quickly, which is good. Let's get our guys in on him and on him as well. They've resisted that, that's fine. So he's gone. They're spawning crafting stuff. Let's snipe those guys. That's big damage. Should have probably shot that other guy, but what can I do? Can I get more drones forward? Yes. He, like, slows people down, man. He's ruthless. His DPS isn't insane, but it doesn't need to be. Come on, crafter. It's incredible. He does so much damage. Keep trying to fucking work him with this thing. They keep pounding the snot out of me. They've just... like, my fighters are worthless here. Let's see, can I get this guy back out? He's repairing. It's taking time. Let the drones there. Throw the book at him. There's no easy options here. It is just going to be a massive battle to the death. I'm going to get my decent fighters out, because this is surely all that it's... This is it, right? No empty dock. Those guys are there. Those crafters probably want to come back out when they can. Get another drone going. He's doing a lot more damage to me than I'm doing to him. Let's see if we can go aggressive here. Try and take the fight to them a little bit. Let's go forward. Can I get those crafters out? Where are the crafters? Crafters are being patched up. Sniping on the Basilisk at the back. He's gone. Attack him. You come round the side here. Movement locked. Come back a little bit. You come round to there. Everyone's been frozen. Plasma nuke. Those guys. Look at them. Man, they're owning me. Crafter out again. getting on that frigate if I can. I don't think I'm going to have a... God, they spawn shit so quickly. I'm kind of staying a little bit ahead of the curve here, but not much. I'm just shit spamming units at them. That's like all I can think to do here. Get the cruiser out again. A little bit of damage. Those guys aren't quite there. Let's go for another shot on them. Those guys are stunned. Let's bring out my cruiser. Get it in that asteroid field if I can. So he was stunned on there. Right, plasma nuke. In there like that. Let's see. Crafters. Can I quickly get you to come and... Nah, you're too slow. Quickly shoot him. You shoot him. Yeah, that was good on there. Those crafters are gone again, though. Okay, maybe use shield generation. There's not really much for it at the moment. I am just at the mercy of... Should probably wait. Okay, I destroyed that. That's not too bad. Let's see if we can roll him forward. He's so slow, though. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. Go, 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 go. Any damage is damage. Damage is damage. Mr. Incredible Me, go. Fire again. Okay, damage is going in. We're one hull bar down. That's fine for now. Drones out. Let's do a little bit of damage to that. Oh, yeah. Another shot like that. Oh, nearly. We did a lot of damage then. That was good damage to their ship. Plasma nuke. Send it. A couple of them resisted. That was good damage. I'm happy with that. Crafter out to there. Let's get another Magneto forward. Those guys are holding that way. They destroyed that asteroid, which is a faff. Okay. Bring our Magneto forward. Leave the crafter there. Can I get another drone out? Yes. Bring him forward. You hold back. Snipe out this guy. Get the protector out. I'm working on it. It's taking time. Get you forward. Then get you round the side. Sneaky shits, man. Units are under attack. He's on him. Can I get you guys round on the side there as fast as possible? Another hull break shot. Let's stun everyone. Let's get you in on him while everyone's just stunned for a hot second. They're shooting out again. Quickly get on him. Damage nuke. Shoot him. A fine shot. Movement locked. Come on. We got him. We've got him. Excellent. Keep shit coming. This is ruthless, man. Absolutely fucking ruthless. Another guy out. Although this is the last boss. I think we're going to win this. Hey, big celebrity 70k. I know, right? When did that happen? Let's get out these basic frigates. I think we've got this in the bag. We've managed to win the war of attrition here. Get a little bit of damage in. Get that big guy back out. Roll everybody forward. Plasma nuke coming in. Hold everyone back to try and shield him. Another bit of damage going in there. Let's go for their weapon systems. A fine hit. Let's see how these guys want to play. They've done a little bit more damage. I'm going to get some drones built here in a moment. Oh god, they just blew those guys to snot. I think I could probably I've just got to get enough damage through there. But it's so brutal, like, actually is. Let's see if I can get those guys forward and those guys to act as a shield as they're repairing. I get you guys to attack him and you guys to attack him. There we go. Get those shots out. Very nice. More drones. Excellent shooting. Excellent shooting. Excellent shooting. Snipe that guy. He's gone. Why was he shielded? That's a big shame. You here. You pull back. Come on, high speed, high speed. There we go. We're doing well. Fire again. They're on 1 hit point. Can you break off and around? Can somebody break off and around? Please, God. There we go. This is the longest battle so far. This one has been rough. Come down here. We just need to do 1 whole point. See if we can do literally just that. Get over there. Go quick. Literally anything. I'll take it at the moment. Oh, God. Just 1 whole point. Anyone for a single whole point. Come on. Let us through. Get in there. Dive on it. Go on. Oh, it's the worst. Oh, and I just missed out on that. Fuck, let's send it home. Bang. Another whole point. I thought I didn't have any others left. I didn't realise I was still playing here. Okay, I've got 3 of their whole points down. They've only got 1 of mine. I thought that was the last one. AI holdout, it really is. It's absolutely ruthless, this. That guy's going to absolutely shit on me. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's get in and get in. Fucking damage is insane, man. That's it. Keep pushing people forward. More plasma nukes. Get in on him. Get in on him. Another guy out. More drones, because they just are shit spamming. This has been quite good. We're on him. We're on him. Kick in. Let's fucking have him. Oh, this is good. This is very good. Oh, go on. Get in. That's it. We've done it. Christ. Oh. God, that was ruthless. Ruthless. I'm having a drink of water. That was a slogging contest. Christ. Wow. That Scrooge wasn't kidding, man. Those guys are horrible. They've just got so many, like the crowd control on your own fighters and the amount of cruisers and frigates they put out. Especially when you consider the fact that I had no good drone options throughout the whole game. The best thing I got was that crafter. That was incredible. Oh, that was such a slog. I didn't really even get any good ship-to-ship weapons either until right at the end there. That was really rough. I was just fucking pounding ships into the enemy. That was evil. It was evil. Evil. To be honest, that brings us up to about 2 hours as well, to be honest. So I don't think I'll start the next sector in this stream. Got that 2 hours flew by then. Holy shit. I cannot believe it's been 2 hours. Christ. They are very defensive. Your best weapon against them was the cruiser that never gets patched since you can turtle it slowly forwards. That was it. Because there's no repercussions of it dying. But yeah, these guys were evil. Right then, let's see what this dialogue's all about. So you think you're going to save the Empire, do you? You're not going to save anything. All will still die in his clusters, I will assure you. Or I assure you. Ask why you shut down the Omnis. Why did you shut down the Omnis, Xenon? Despite what you believe, I didn't. But you had a motive. Look at how your power has grown. Well, yes, that power has been most unexpected. What do you mean? When the shutdown occurred, I did not know what would happen. I feared the end of the Church of Singularity, that was their name, and the end of myself as its Pope. So I adapted. I had to. It was that or lose my position and become like everyone else. Luckily, my disciples believed I was the prophet and that I claimed to be. They believed the Omnis shut down because we had not worshipped them well enough. Why did they believe what was so obviously a lie? Because the truth, which was that their gods had shut down and would never turn on again, that their gods were in fact not gods, was too painful. They turned to make-believe, to fantasy, and I was happy to provide that for them. No, Admiral, I did not shut down the machines, contrary to what you have heard. But then why have you hunted our ship into your sectors? Or in your sectors? You are a naive one, aren't you? The preservation of power of a kingdom, it's been nice not having Oberon breathing down my neck the last 20 years. Then if you didn't do it, who or what did? Let me ask you something, Admiral. Who had most to gain from messing with Oberon's machine, Who was it that hated Oberon the most? I'll tell you. House Akabara sung, and House Kosh. No one despised Oberon more than they. But why did they hate him? Because the old man had them under his thumb for centuries. They dreamed of becoming as rich and as powerful as House Telos, but they never could. He would never let them. Your culprit is one of them, Admiral, I'm certain. What do you want to know? Ask about the relationship between the Church and Oberon. Yeah, tell me about that. The relationship? Yes. Your Emperor founded the Church, Admiral. That was the relationship. You lie. Why lie when I am so close to death? Oberon created a religion to cement the importance of and permanence of the Omnis in his empire. Then why keep it a secret? To help with the illusion that the machines were truly gods and not just the invention of a machine invented by a man, which is what they were. Oberon needed people to believe the Omnis were holy things as to not question a world, an empire, a galaxy revolving around their existence, but to secure his place in the centre of that empire as an immovable emperor. What do you want to know? Ask if he ever believed in the Church. Yes, when I was a young man, the Omnis were the reason I left my home planet and joined the clergy. My parents were aristocrats in House Telos with a couple of Omnis of their own. I found that so much of who you are as a young person is merely an act of rebellion against your parents. They despised the Church, so I loved it. Unfortunately, at about the time I started to lose my faith, I developed an insatiable hunger for power. By then, my only chance to satisfy my appetite was to rise within the ranks of the Church. So I did. Quickly, my greed and enjoyment of that greed far outweighing any moral unrest that I had, which, truth be told, was probably very little to begin with. Yes, Admiral, for a time I did believe, but that was a long time ago. Well, what else do you want to know? Ask if he knows anything about my past. What do you know about me? Only that you are Oberon's best Admiral and that you died on Gamya, vitrifying the survivalists. Of course, now I can see that I was mistaken. I suppose that was just another ruse by the old man to keep keep his best weapon hidden. But why do you ask, sir? But why do you ask, Admiral? Ah, you have a touch of egomania in you, I see. Careful. End conversation. Time has come to surrender, Xenon. You and your life will be spared, I promise you. Be that as it may, Admiral, I have no intent on surrendering. To be honest, I don't really see the point. What do you mean? I am dying. We all are in these sectors. The rich, the poor, the believing, the non-believing. I would imagine it's the same in all the clusters. Without active Omnis, we're doomed. We have 10, 15 years left at most. I'd prefer to die now than spend that time in an Imperial brig, no matter how spacious it may be. Sorry, Admiral, you'll have to finish off what you started. Big boom. That's it. Proper. Right. I'm glad we won, don't get me wrong, but I kind of have mixed feelings about defeating the Pope of a religion that thinks I'm a god. Know what I mean? I'm not even going to answer that. So, do you believe what Xenon said, that the Church of the Singularity didn't shut down the Omnis? I do, Machine. Xenon had no reason to lie with his death so near. No, I believe he was telling us the truth. So we've eliminated another suspect, but now we have two more to add to the list. House Akabara Sung and House Kosh Budina. Or Bundia, or whatever it is. That's right, it would seem that one of these great houses shut down the Omnis, but which one? Let's ask Caliban if House Akabara Sung and Kosh could be behind the shutdown. So what do you think about that, Caliban? The Great Houses the Great Houses, and next to House Telos, the most powerful in all the Empire. They've existed since the dawn of the Empire, 700 years ago, but it seems they never had enough power, not for their taste anyway. No, it's not unlikely they had something to do with all of this, Admiral. Jealousy and greed are highly motivating factors, amongst humans, that is. Humans, even. Ask more about Akabara Sung. Besides House Telos, they're probably the wealthiest house in all of the clusters, or they were, anyway. In addition to more traditional Omni-related business pursuits, House AS invested heavily in biological and chemical engineering. Why? As a way to try and compete with House Telos, which, because of the positronic chip quota, had a large advantage in the Omni industries. Bio and chem engineering also played a significant part in their culture, and they use it to better their intelligence and beauty. Though their standards, especially for beauty, may be considerably different from that of House Telos. What else can you tell me about the Akis? The Akis, also as a means to add to their considerable fortune, have resorted to less legal means of commerce. You're telling me they've broken imperial law? Yes, in the past, quite a bit. They frequently engaged in questionable practices, extortion and gambling being their specialities. But why didn't Emperor Oberyn stop them? I believe he's tried, but not even Emperor Oberyn has the resources to completely stop them. Our galaxy is too large. We already know about all of these, the positronic chips and stuff like that. So these are basically the parts that make the Omnis go, so in the interest of time I won't explore all of that dialogue. But we'll come back out of that. I might have other questions for you. Try to recall an emotionally linked memory. Let's have a think. I thought maybe what Von said about the original Idaho's death might trigger something. Anything. I'm still not remembering any of my emotional memories. As I've said before, you must be patient. Your emotional memories will return when they're ready to return. And remember, tell me as soon as they do. It's very important. So you've never heard that story about the original Idaho's death? Not once, nor do I know the biographical information of my clones. I assume Oberyn didn't want me to know. Fair enough. So we've already talked about this one. Because we already know about all of this, because we crashed into the planet's surface. The survivalists, we already know about them. Vice Admiral, we've already explored those dialogue trees earlier in the stream. Right, other questions. Ask Caliban who or what is most likely to have shut down machines. We know the answer to that. It's going to be either House Kosh or House Akibara's son, or whatever it is. Ask about Oberyn's immortality machine. Forgotten about that. Remind me what we learnt about his immortality tech? We, or rather you, learned from a zealot that Oberyn has an immortality machine in Elysium. This machine is almost identical to the ones we Calibans use to produce you clones. This tech is what has allowed Oberyn to live to so long, 800 years. We also learned that it's illegal for anyone else to have a cloning machine in the Empire. But we have hundreds on Gehenna. Yes, but no one knows about us, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. I might have other questions for you. I think that's it. So, basically, Caliban doesn't know.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
£5.
Thank you.
Oh, whatever for, Ursel. You're very welcome. Let's end that conversation. Enough chit-chat. Time has gone to push on, machine. But who do we investigate first? House Akibara's son or House Kosh at this time? They seem equally guilty. Based on my knowledge of the folder map, it will take us less time to travel to the Aki cluster. Why don't we start there? And it's settled. We leave as soon as we possibly can for the Aki cluster. The fate of the Empire depends on it. Through the Foldnet, Chapter 2 complete. I just got the achievement for. There it is, the Foldnet. Basically the wormhole generators. You're now in the area I haven't played now. I quitted the game right after this chapter. The story is great, but the gameplay isn't for me. We'll be looking forward to seeing you progress through the game. Lovely. The Jericho-class battleship has been unlocked. A church battleship has been available for us to play. Congratulations, you have completed Chapter 2. Turning to the main menu here. So we're now on Chapter 3. Chapter 4 is down the line there. But that brings us nicely to 2 hours and 5 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. It really does. I really enjoyed that. That was cracking. But yeah, I'm going to bugger off for the evening there. A massive thank you to everybody that's subbed and all of that stuff over the last couple of hours. Apologies if I haven't been watching it. But yeah, Osil, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. So, hello, Obi-Wan. Right. I just joined, I know, sideways. It's always the case. But yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. That was good fun. So yeah, I'm going to bugger off for the evening. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. I'm back at work tomorrow, so there won't be any spontaneous afternoon streams or anything like that. I should be on for my evening stream, Not sure what I'm going to be playing. I'm yet to actually sit down and do any serious bug fixing on Skyrim with regards to the characters freaking out. I don't really know what my solution is for that, other than to roll back the save a little bit and go back to where they weren't bugged, and then try not to induce the bug by running too far away from them on horseback, which is going to be a thing. I think in the interest that the fact that the game is starting to get quite unstable, I think I'm probably going to maybe prioritize the main quest line for Skyrim, and then once I've done the main quest line, actually leave Skyrim there for a little while and actually fire up Kingdom Come Deliverance. Because that was the game that was going to go after Skyrim once I completed Skyrim, but you can play Skyrim for years and years and years and not even get to the end. So I think what I'm going to do is on Skyrim, when I next play it, I think I'm going to make a point of doing the main quest line, and then whenever we choose to come to the end of that, we will, even though that we don't have max levels in everything, we're not doing a completionist run, we're just going to play it to a level that I would consider it played and enjoyed, and then yeah, we'll move on there. It even saves the message before that. I know, right? Incredible. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing Kingdom Come, because I know that is a very good game in of its own right, even if my computer dies. While you're at work, I'm going to do streams. Good stuff. Yeah, you can always follow Miss Jana there. She'll be doing some streams. Exciting, man. That's it. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for streaming. You're always welcome, Tevin. And yeah, I'm going to bugger off for the evening, because in 20 minutes I'm thinking of heading off to bed. So when am I going to stream next? It will be tomorrow at 8:30 local time, UK time. That is going to be when I am streaming, so I'm not sure what time that would be in your local. I recommend punching it into your favourite global clock converter on the interwebs. But yeah, I will bugger off. So yeah, thank you everyone. Have a lovely evening, and I will catch you soon. I'm gonna miss that too. I know, Elf. Such as it is. Big work. Right, closed out the game. Let's see who else is online here. Who is available for your eye sockets this fine. Right, closed out the game. Let's close that down there. Right, Mr. Tate Mars is currently on, so let's pass you on to Tate, who is currently playing, it looks like some sort of, I'm not sure what this is, Other Side it's called. Looks beautiful art style wise. I'm going to pass you on to him. He's going to tell you everything you need to know about this. Brace your cube armors, or your cube raids I should say. And yeah, I'll crack on. So have a lovely evening, folks. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.